thing around noticing is our minds immediately go to the response about what we've noticed. We don't stay longer with the actual experience of noticing. What we notice is shaped by so many things, by our histories, our experience, our habits of attention, what we tend to avoid and overlook, and our current capacity in the moment to work with what we have to work with. Noticing is a dynamic process, and it can open up what we are able to see, but it can also narrow our view.
What advice do you have to someone coming into this in terms of choosing a topic that has enough to explore for a full 9 weeks?
So you might come in with lots of things, and then in the first week, we're inviting you to put a stake in the ground. And you'll discover for yourself what that is.
An inquiry object can be a circumstance, it can be a relationship, it can be an idea that's brewing in a pot.
It can be an activity you're wanting to do. Oh, jeepers, I've been wanting to write this document. I want to explore this subject. I just can't get down and knuckle down. I just feel overwhelmed. Or it might be my relationship with my daughter. I want to really explore, where am I with this relationship? You might be inspired to want to have an impact, establishing a community of practice, or whatever it may be. Even that's relevant. This inquiry object might also ask you in the 9 weeks to engage out there in the world. So by going into it, we're really opening up what's possible for you. And I think doing that in the space of a community of others who are working on their own inquiry objects is incredibly rich, because it sparks things and it just lets the creative process take its course.
Yeah. I love that, Mons. And what I'm imagining might happen is that when you start noticing a pattern in that context, you realize that that pattern is probably happening in a lot of other contexts in your life.
Exactly. What's behind it is Don's work, which he originally called the 9 domains, which is really looking at the Enneagram, which most people know as a teaching of personality and of process. The curiosity that really drew me into what Don was initially inquiring into was looking at the Enneagram as different principles of how living systems function. As part of the art of noticing, we use the Quiet Insight cards developed by Joyce Stenstrom. They are a way of clearing out the noise and really calling forth what is signaling for you in response to a particular question that relates to your inquiry. A way to also think about noticing is using the metaphor of gardening. And in this sense, we use the Innovation Circle stages. This is a body of work that came from Albert Campus. You're wanting to nurture something so that it takes form. You are tending to the health of the soil. You are also tending to the conditions for something to take root. So Sally, what's really drawing you into this course, hosting it?
Part of our humanness is that what we do with our hands assists our brains.
One of the creative invitations is to notice patterns in your environment that echo something you've noticed in yourself.
You could, for example, take a photograph or do a simple sketch in a journal that allows you to feel more deeply into that pattern. And you may notice details you haven't seen before. They may invite more creativity, to play, to explore.
And to me, I think that actually is a form of spring cleaning the mind, to be more novel, to be more spontaneous, It's inviting yourself to play with your interest and your curiosity. And it feels very life-giving.
Yeah, energizing.
The creative beauty of being human.